Today is December 27th. Today's quote is entitled, "Proud of Detachment." It sounds funny, and it is funny, but it's not meant to be a joke. You can become so detached that you could recognize you are detached in such a way that you can become proud that you are detached. This is actually stated in the Naradi Purana. It goes through different stages of evolvement of sadhus and how they become proud, how they become proud. So you gain knowledge and then you become proud of what you learn. Or you make advancement, then you become proud of your advancement. Then it goes through these stages. It comes to the last verse. It says that then the sadhu comes to the point where finally he becomes detached from everything, except he has one problem. He becomes proud of his detachment. So obviously, he's become detached from everything except pride. So this verse is meant to show how deeply rooted pride is, because pride is the antithesis of Krishna consciousness. So we can understand pride is the real thing to conquer, because if we don't conquer that, then we're not conquering the essence of our conditioning. And what this also shows us is that we're like hankering all the time. We're looking for something to become proud of. We're hankering for pride. So even I renounce everything. Oh, here's a great opportunity to become proud of the fact that I renounced everything. I'm proud of my renunciation. So the motive of serving Krishna is to please him. It's not to draw attention to ourselves. And this is why pride is so insidious. Because in our mind, instead of glorifying Krishna or drawing attention to Krishna, we're desiring attention to be drawn to us. So it's so antithetical to the whole mood of bhakti. The mood of a devotee is he wants to please Krishna. He wants Krishna to be glorified. He wants the other devotees to be glorified. He doesn't want to put himself in the center. He doesn't want to draw attention to him. Devotee is humble. He wants attention to go to other devotees. He wants attention to go to Krishna. Yes, that's what it means to be a devotee. So therefore, if we're trying to draw attention to ourselves, it's kind of like eating an offering that was meant for Krishna before it's offered. I want to enjoy what's going to Krishna. Like one time, a devotee said, "Prabhupada, I enjoyed the kirtan." And Prabhupada said, "The kirtan is not meant for your enjoyment." So nothing in Krishna consciousness is meant to gratify our false ego. It's meant to gratify Krishna. And so when we want to get some glory for ourselves, we're manifesting that very essence of our conditioning that brought us in the material world and that keeps us here. Now, sometimes we see in our movement, devotees may do great austerities, giving up eating, giving up sleeping, fasting, and so forth. But the problem we have to watch out for is when we advance, when we do these kinds of austerities, we have to be careful that we don't become proud and think, oh, I am better than the other devotees because they're not doing these things. And that ruins the austerity. And this is a problem we have when we advance in devotional service. There's always this natural thought that I'm better. We saw this problem coming up at japa workshops. We were helping people improve their japa and japa retreats. And so they were starting to understand the mistakes they made in the past, but that also enabled them to understand the mistakes other devotees are making. So actually what was happening is they were becoming more aware of the ways not to chant, and therefore they were seeing that in other devotees. And so it was becoming a problem. Many devotees admitted that they were becoming a little bit proud of the fact that they had overcome some of these bad japa habits that they could see other devotees had not yet overcome. And so they'd look at them and say, oh, you're not chanting well. And of course, we're supposed to chant in a humble state of mind, so then everything becomes topsy-turvy, so to speak. So this is a danger we face when we make advancement. One time, Prabhupada was asked for mercy to advance, and Prabhupada said, you're not really ready to be advanced. And he meant you're not ready because you'll be honored for your advancement, and you're not ready to handle that honor. That's so interesting. So we all want to advance, but at the same time, we have to be careful that when we advance, not to become proud of the fact that I'm advanced, thinking I'm better than another devotee, because if you're actually advanced, you're going to think I'm lower. But in our conditioned state, when we advance, we think, oh, I'm better. I'm more detached. I'm more knowledgeable. I have better sadhana. I'm doing more service, whatever it is. It's a danger. You become successful in your service, then you think, oh, I'm better than others. I get an idea. I'm doing a strategy and it's working really well. And I think, oh, I thought of this. Others didn't think of this. I'm smarter than them. I'm more intuitive. I have a better strategy for success. Whatever it is, have to be careful when we're successful not to think that I'm better than others, because as we advance in Krishna consciousness, if we're actually advancing, we don't think we're better. We think we're less. Prabhupada never thought, I'm the great world acharya. He didn't come off that way. Sometimes he came off that way in order to make a point that others are doing the wrong thing. He did the right thing. It wasn't out of pride, it was out of edification for us, or edification for people in general. But look at Prabhupada's position. He did something no one had ever done before, and he wasn't proud. This is amazing, isn't it? It is. It is amazing when you actually meditate on what Prabhupada did and how in his dealings he just came across like, I'm not qualified to do this. It's all mercy of my Guru. It's not me. So that example we want to follow. If we become successful, yes, it's the mercy of my Guru. It's not that we should become proud. Oh, I'm so renounced. I'm so this or that. Whatever we achieve, we think I'm nothing, but it's the mercy of my Guru. And that way we remain humble. And if we remain humble, then we're safe in Krishna consciousness. If we become proud, it's very dangerous turf to transgress. To traverse. That's the word I was looking for. It's very dangerous to traverse that path, because that path leads us down. Even though we're going up in Krishna consciousness, it may end up leading us down.